Come, web designer, come close. Let me talk to you for a moment. You're a website designer. You spend time learning how to design beautiful websites. You spend time knowing or mastering your tools. In fact, you know how to design websites that are so fascinating. But somehow, you are not getting clients. Somehow you get clients, but they are not high-paying clients. Sometimes when you get these clients, it turns into stress. It turns into frustrating conversations, quarrels with your clients. And you begin to wonder, what is it that I have done wrong? In fact, am I not good enough? Is there something I have not learned well in this web design process? You might even go further to wonder, is web design even worth it? Well, the truth is your career is not dying because you don't know how to design a website. Your career is dying because you are making 3 major mistakes that I will be unveiling in this video. So if you are a web designer who falls under any of these categories I've just mentioned, or one who wants to go into web design, pay attention and listen carefully to these 3 mistakes. I would not just be showing you these mistakes, I will be telling you how to overcome these mistakes in this video. So if you have not done so, subscribe to this channel because you have so much mind-blowing things to learn from this channel. Let me now go straight up into telling you these mistakes. We'll start from the first. In fact, this first one might tend to be the most important mistake or the most mistake that web designers fall into. It's a trap, I would say. What is that? It is specifically ignoring or unknowingly ignoring the business parts of your web design career. Yes, you are a website designer and you may seriously be concerned about delivering projects to people. Now, one mistake that so many persons do is neglecting or ignoring that apart from the website design side that is a skill, there is a what? Business part of that skill. Yes, your business basically is you offering services to people. There is a high need for you to understand how the business part of web design works. Not just understanding, implementing the principles that comes with the business aspect of website design. Now, I'm sure you might be wondering, am I talking about you putting into consideration the business of your clients before designing a website? No. What do I mean by the business aspect of website design? Now, listen carefully because this is where so many designers get it wrong. It is not about understanding your client's business before you design a website for them. No. This is about how you run yourself as a professional website designer. Apart from knowing how to design beautiful websites, there is a business aspect that includes the following. It includes how you communicate with clients, how you present yourself professionally to your clients also, how you price your service confidently, how you manage clients without arguments, how you set boundaries in your projects, and how you control the project generally. And most importantly, the ability to turn low-paying clients into high-paying clients. So all of these things highlight the business aspect of your service that you offer to people. This is where many website designers actually get it wrong. And what's the mistake? They never learn this part. They only focus on developing their skills as a web designer, looking out for new tools that they will use to improve their designs, ignoring this business aspect. To give us a clear view and to understand this business aspect properly, just imagine that a client actually reached out to you and asked you, how much do you design a website? And immediately you see that question, you start thinking, you don't want to scare the client away. You start wondering, what should you tell the client? What should you not tell him? And you now say, we actually charge $200 for a website like this, but we can review the price if it is too much for you. Well, that's already you presenting yourself as someone that is not professional to the client. Now, if that client actually pays you $200 and you get that client, you get that job, at first you are going to be very, very happy. But then you begin to observe that this client now starts sending you messages for small changes. They start sending you messages anytime in the day. Midnight, they'll send you messages. The deadlines of the project keep shifting. In fact, to some extent, you start getting disrespected. This eventually will turn to frustration and regret that you even had that project in the first place. Now, understanding the business aspect of website design would help you overcome all of these challenges that we have just highlighted. You may think that the client is the problem, but the main problem basically started with how you positioned yourself as a web designer. This mistake is a mistake that most web designers actually make today. Not understand that there is a structure on how you communicate with your clients. Now, we have people who go on into taking courses that would basically help them do what? Communicate better with their clients. You may decide that you want to take one of those courses. Or instead, you have ChatGPT there. You can decide to ask ChatGPT the correct way to communicate with your client, or basically how to understand the business part of website design. It will give you all the information you need, and I'm sure that you come out victorious. Now, if you know that you are among those persons who ignoring the business aspect of web design is holding back, oh yeah, go to the comment section before and say I'm guilty. No, don't say I'm guilty. Just tell me thank you for bringing out this valuable point, or bringing to your attention that this can really be a challenge. And then, if you are getting value from this video, oh yeah, now hit that like button so we can get more persons who will see this video. This now takes us to the mistake number 2 that most web designers actually make. This is basically having little or no visibility anywhere on the internet. Listen, we have gone past that time where web designer says, I am a freelancer, I work on Fiverr alone, people give me jobs there and I'm good to go. Not at all. When you are not visible, even though you have a link that you have your portfolio, being visible will give you access to more clients. Why am I so confident about this? Now, if you make videos on maybe Instagram, maybe YouTube, educating people on things to do for websites, or showcasing your projects, I just designed this website and see how beautiful it is. This is how I made this website. Before you know it, people will begin to believe that you are a king in the web design industry. What will happen? They begin to make inquiries, and these inquiries becomes what? Clients that will pay you to design websites for them. So one mistake that website designers make is not being there online. How can you fix this? Immediately, decide which platform you want to set up your account on, whether YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, or maybe LinkedIn, and then drop showcase, drop project reviews, things you've done. That way, even though you don't get so popular, people would know that you have been there for long, and what more, they would give you websites to design because they've seen that you are a king in the industry. So the second mistake is not having online visibility at all. Now, what's the third mistake that most web designers make that actually makes them get frustrated at the end? In fact, you get clients who will tell you that the website you design for them is not functioning. Most times they will not even agree to even renew the domain name or hosting that you purchased for them because they didn't get value for what you've done. What is that mistake? It is not putting into consideration conversion while designing a website. Now, this mistake damages your reputation gradually. Before you know it, your brand will just die. What is this mistake again, if I may ask? As mentioned earlier, it is not optimizing a website for conversion. Yes, you design a beautiful website. The website is so clean, good color combinations, but the write-ups you have on the website are not ones that would convert visitors to what? To sales. That is where copywriting comes into play. As a web designer, you should design websites that are able to do what? Serve the purpose of your intended customer, which is what? To convert what? Traffic to sales. So now your website is not able to achieve that. Few weeks, few months, the owner of the website comes and says, the website design for me has no conversion. Nobody has purchased. There are visitors, but there are no conversion. What happens? You lose that client to someone who knows how to design a website that can actually convert clients to what? To sales. So what's the little trick here? Web designers do not prioritize copywriting in the website. Most, I must say. And that makes them lose the communication with this client. So it is very, very important as a web designer, you prioritize learning copywriting. Copywriting is a skill that helps you actually design websites that are optimized for conversion. Now, if you have two web designers, one who has a copywriting skill and one who does not have a copywriting skill, which of these two do you think that the client will want to go for, want to patronize? Definitely the one that has the copywriting skill. So it is highly recommended that as a web designer, you prioritize what? Learning copywriting. That way you become a web designer that can actually convert traffic to what? To sales. You would also become a designer that will have the confidence to charge people more. Because yes, of course, I can design website that can convert traffic to sales for you, so I can charge you more. That is a unique selling point for you that push you ahead of your competitors. So as a web designer, if you have no insight or know nothing about copywriting, I highly recommend that you learn copywriting now, because that is one thing that would give you an edge over your competitors. Now you can start learning copywriting from V.S.L Concept ICT Academy. Yes, V.S.L Concept ICT Academy. I myself am a copywriter, someone who can teach you professionally how to do what? Design copies that will persuade people to take the action that you want them to take. How can you get access to this course? Visit vslconcept.com. Scroll down, you're going to see a complete copywriting course. Click on Start Learning. You can start actually learning copywriting for free. Yes, we'll give you access to the first few lectures. You see the quality of the course, then you determine if you would actually purchase this course or not. So in the description below, we have attached the link to this course there. Go to that description below, you find link to the course, get it, and start learning copywriting for free. So guys, we have briefly discussed in details these 3 mistakes that can actually make you lose clients, that can make web designing tiring, that can make you not get high-paying clients. Do you remember them? The first one is you ignoring the business aspect of what? Website design. What was the recommendation? Use ChatGPT to study and learn the business aspect of website design. It's going to help your career so much. The second mistake is when you decide to stay invisible with no physical brand. You're nowhere to be found online. And what was the recommendation? Do well to set up social media accounts and showcase your projects. What is the third thing? You want to ensure that you design websites with the intention of your customer. I recommended getting a copywriting course, and you find a link to that course in the description of this video. Now, if this video opened your eyes in any way as to the mistakes mentioned in this video, come on, go down there to the comment section below and say thank you. Like this video, and most importantly, we have so many web design communities that we are actually involved in. We are in those groups, Telegram channels, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and the rest of them. Just copy the link of this video and share it to other website designers in that group so that they would see these mind-blowing benefits that you have benefited from this video. To this end, I will say thank you so much for watching this video. Ensure you like this video, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in our next video.